Okay, let's start this out. Oh, this reply to some of the comments, and I replied to my comments. I try to reply to all the comments in my on my videos and so forth, because I love the input. And Judy Fisher brought up something, and I was right, but I was wrong. Not really wrong, because there are some people out there. I'm going to say people because you have your 1 to 10% of women, and then you got your 1 to 10% of men. And the reason why I group women in that, because I give them some forgiveness, because we're all in this world, we're all messed up. I mean, we're not like we used to be in the 60s and 70s. Sorry. It crawled on my arm, man. It gave me the creeps. Anyways, my answer. I'm gonna answer my answer Miss Judy in this video. Also, I'm gonna say, how do I know that 1% of the women are a pain in the butt? Because I know 1% of the men are a pain in the butt, and I'm part of that 1 to 10%. I know I'm pain. I'm not a perfect. Nobody's perfect. No one's perfect. No one's perfect. If we were perfect, we would be God. You know what I mean? There's some people that think they are God, but you know, that's a whole different video altogether. One I ain't gonna explore, because there's only one God out there, folks, and it's not you. It's not you. If it is you, please give me a call and tell me what my weather's going to be exactly like, so I know when it really happens the same way as it's reported. Okay? I bet you can. And I'm not talking about for one day. I'm talking about the whole year. I want to know all the weather, how exactly you as God is going to deliver it. Okay, well, that gets that point through, right? Loud and clear. I answered Judy because Judy has been a matriarch of a person, a woman, in my comments and on my videos and in every stream live I go to. You know, we're best friends. I mean, we're brothers and sisters in Christ. Of course we are best friends. But I just wanted to answer her. I answered her online, and what I was referring to is my wife. My wife, to me, is perfect in a lot of ways. She's just like me. But in the same retrospect, and I mean the same retrospect, we're a lot of same in the same place, which makes us 1% of the pain in the butt. Number one, we're stubborn. We know the facts and we stick to them. We don't like hearsay. We don't like chismes. We don't like hearsay. You know, if you don't know me, don't talk about me. And if you know me and you grew up with me and you still talk about me and you don't have the facts, you know, what I was from 1 year old to 18 years old is not what I am now from 18 to 56. Cool? You got it? Okay. Now, same with Judy. Judy's not the same person. I bet I'm just assuming. I'm assuming she's not the same person she was when she was a youngster. Let's put it this way, we're all over 30. without revealing any ages. You know my age, I don't care. You know. But what matters is come to me as a real person. If you disagree with me, fine. I want to know. I want to know where you coming from. What's your experience? Because we all didn't have the same experience. I grew up in a tough neighborhood. I grew up with bullies and going home to bullies and so forth and so forth. I don't want no one to feel sorry for me because I came out a better person because of it all. I made the scariest choice and the best choice in my life is I joined the Army. In the Army I went to, they were tough on you. They expected you to break. They wanted your breaking point. So you wouldn't break when you're under pressure and need to do your job. And that's what a lot of people don't know. Yes, we thank you for your patronage and your being a patriot. We thank you. We were doing our job. That's all we know. We were doing our job. We were doing what we were trained to do. Whether we liked it or not, we did it. And we learned in life. We grew up, I say we all grew up in the Army or the Marines. Yeah, we did grow up. We started like newborn babies. I was already born again as a Christian, but in a way, the Army broke me down and I was reborn a third time to learn that life is not easy. There's going to be people there to break you down, to test you. You're going to have to do things in life you don't want to do. And the key word is want to do. But you will always have to do personally what you need to do. So you got to kind of like put those both in perspective. They're both things you have to do, you like it or not. The things you need to do, you may not like to do, but you may like. You get at an age, you earned your wage, you earned your pay, you earned your retirement, you earned everything that was presented to you. That's what matters. So people like me can sit back and say, we're having a happy retirement because we had a plan and we executed that plan, and however it turned out for each person is different. That's just it. But I appreciate Judy giving me a comment. I love it, man. I always learn from Miss Judes, and I call her Judes because I got Aunt Judy, and we call her Judes too. So, but as far as one, I don't mean to be divisive. Men and women can do a lot of the same things on an even plane. But there's a lot of things that a woman can do, a man just can't even fathom to be able to do. And then there's things that a man can do that women can't fathom doing. Meaning, we just don't have the, I'll say it from a man's perspective. We just don't have the physical means to be able to pop out a baby, for one. Number two, there's certain strengths in a woman's personality that men don't have. And then there's certain strengths in a man's personality that women don't have. And that's made up by the grand scheme and design of God's work. you know? We all can get mad. Okay, well, Adam was suckered into eating the apple. Well, so what? You know, Eve was the one that was the evil one because she gave him the apple. No, it took two, man. Two to tangle, baby. God didn't punish just one, he punished both. Women were to have babies and suffer labor pain, while men were to work the land and suffer back and all kinds of health problems from doing so. That was our curse. You know? Out there boiling our brains out in the sunlight. You know, at least women were given the instinct to go, hey, I should go put a hat on, you know. And I better go tell him to put a hat on too, because this sun's gonna boil his brain. And then I'm gonna deal with an insane man. Or however you want to put it, man. There's all kinds of things. You can see all kinds of angles of everything, man. But all I can say, folks, is don't see the false angles. Look for the positive in everything. I mean, I look out there and there's nothing to eat, right? But yet there is. I just don't know. I just don't have the knowledge. I'm ignorant of what's edible out there. You know what I mean? If you look at it, all you see is green and trees. You know, waste the land, let's go chop it all down. No, that's the wrong answer. Wrong answer. By the way, out here in these woods will never be chopped down. The trees might fall and we might have to chop them up, but that's about as far as it goes. No one touching our land. No one. We got 5 to 8 acres out here and it's untouchable. Believe me, the guys have a hard time just collecting. Oh, excuse me, let me stand up. The old back. The guys and gals, or anybody that comes out here to make a profit off these woods, have a hard time just cleaning it up. We got a tough landlord and landlady, and I happen to agree with them. It is what it is, man. If it falls, hits the ground, it's going to waste. Sure, come cut it up. Take it away. It's free. But if it's standing and it's living, don't touch it. And that's an old value we all need to go back to. You know, no use desecrating our forest and waterways and so forth. And the truth on that is, I think we need to really explore more on the technology of desalinization. You know, I one day I will do a video on that, but I got to finish my research on that. And, you know, there's a reason why I don't agree with wind power. It's because I've done the research and it's a waste of time. Solar, it's not as intermittent as a windmill, but it's got its flaws too. We need to upgrade. We really do. They taught us in engineering school about 15 years ago that the only problem with EVs and renewable energy is we lack the battery technology. Elon came a lot closer than a lot of people on that problem solving. But he probably attended the same class I did. Who knows? But anyways, we're improving, but it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be overnight. We can't just cut everything off and go green. I wish we could, but we can't. It's not feasible. Number one, you need fossil fuels to make all this other stuff, and that makes it a tough equation. Okay, folks, man, I'm done ranting. This is my video of the day. I'm back to liking what I do. I bought that the memory card, and man, that memory card's made a big difference. I love having 4 videos on my memory card, and not one bit of memory space has been used up. That's kind of a reassuring good thing. And Mama Jude's, BT, Batlash, Tom and Ruth. I was watching Tom and Ruth before I came out here to do this. Tom and Ruth, Philly in the Philippines, a bread in the Philippines. Lutz Diary Adventures in the Philippines. Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. A foreigner in the Philippines. There's a lot of those. And of course, there's good old Phil, old dog, new tricks. Old dog, old tricks. I don't know. I forget. But Ted, Ned, Philippine Dreams. He's got a new wife, a new baby, and all that, and good for him as long as he's happy. As long as you all are happy. I'm happy if you're happy. You know what I mean? If Mama's happy, I'm happy. Okay, y'all, man. You take it easy now. Know I love you. And we only have these rants for a reason. I call it a rant, but this one is more like a outdoor, looking at the woods talk. But I wish you all the best, and I love you all, and like I said, be good to your neighbor. Love your neighbor. Love your wife. Love your family. Spread all the love you can. Okay. This is Wolfie, aka John Rogers, and hugs and poke. I mean, poking the button, that is.